Hello, my dear friends. Hope you all are doing very well and having a great time with your friend and family. So today I am standing here with the first video of Standard 10 Physics. In this particular video, we are going to know what are the basics of light. First chapter that I have taken is light. So today's session we will know the basic properties of light, what is light, and what are the basic terms that you need to know about light. What is light? The basic definition of light says it is a kind of energy that enables our sense of vision. That is a very basic definition. But light is a what actually light is? It is a matter or something else. So for that, initially it was assumed that light is a kind of particle. Light is not a wave, as we know that the concept of duality will know later, that light shows the property, dual property, that is light is a kind of wave or a particle. Initially said that light is a particle. For that, the first time the corpuscular theory, Newton's corpuscular theory says that light is a kind of particle. In 1675, Newton said that light is a particle because it shows the nature of the particles. Like the particle shows the reflection, like the reflection, like the refraction, or these properties are the shows that mean light is a kind of matter. Then one more scientist came, Huygens, and he said the light is an electromagnetic wave. Light is an electromagnetic wave because it shows certain property like interference or polarization. These two phenomena can only a wave can show. Later on, Maxwell theoretically proved that light is a kind of wave because it is a electromagnetic wave. That a human eye can perceive. Means electromagnetic wave, there are two types of wave that you know, like one is mechanical wave, a second is electromagnetic wave. Mechanical wave is a wave that requires medium to travel, whereas electromagnetic wave doesn't require any medium to travel. Like the sound requires medium to travel, that's why it is a mechanical wave. But whereas light doesn't require any kind of medium, so it is an electromagnetic wave. Later on, that everything was going good, that light is a kind of wave, it is not a particle. The theory of Newton's corpuscular theory was not right. But after some time, a great scientist Albert Einstein came and he has given his photoelectric effect. In his photoelectric effect, he said that a certain amount of radiation is coming on the surface, and after falling this radiation, a kind of particle is released that is called the electron. It is termed as photon. Though the photon was termed by the Max Planck, the famous scientist Max Planck, and the father of quantum physics. So this was the somehow repetition of the theory of Newton in the photoelectric effect by Einstein, that light is made up of different types of particles. At the same time, Maxwell has already theoretically and mathematically proved that light is an electromagnetic wave. So it was a matter of discussion that how a particle can be both a particle, or how can something matter can be both wave or particle. But ultimately we come to the conclusion that light shows the dual property. It can be particle, it can be matter. It depends upon the person who is who is studying the light. The light shows the dual property, both the particle nature as well as the wave nature. In class 10th, we will only know the particle nature of the light. Very few things we know about the wave nature of the light. But when you will go to class 12th, you will know what are the wave nature of light. That term will come in the wave optics, where you will know that what are the wave nature of light. So what are the topics that we are going to cover in this class? First, let me write those topics. Particle nature, like the reflection of light, then refraction, then dispersion, Then the next topic will come, the interference and polarization. These two topics will be discussed in class 12th. These three topics will be discussed in class 10th. We will discuss the very basics. We'll discuss only the particle nature of light. Wave nature of light will be discussed later. Very few things will be discussed in class 10 also, but not all. So before I start reflection of light, I would like to ask some question. Reflection means what? Reflection means bouncing back of light. When the light falls on a particular surface, it bounces back in the same medium, that is bouncing back of light. My question is that, can a body be 100% reflector of light? Can a body be 100% reflector of light? Actually not. In the universe, there is no body that is 100% reflector. That is not 100% reflector. Suppose some amount of light rays fall, some amount of light rays go inside, some amount of light is consumed in terms of radiation. Radiation, you know that the heat transmitted by light rays are called the radiation, and some is reflected. Means there is no surface, no matter in the universe that reflects the light 100%. Okay, means certain amount of light rays fall, some amount is penetrated the medium, and some amount is consumed by the radiation. For example, when you put something like you put a mirror on the sunlight, okay, so light will continuously fall on the mirror, and we will say there is a continuous reflection is going on because mirror is a polished surface, and when the light rays fall on it, and almost all light rays are reflected. Okay, you are partially right, but when you put that mirror after some time, you will see that the mirror surface of the mirror is a little bit hot. Why it is so? Because some amount of light rays is consumed in terms of radiation by that mirror. Means there is no body, no surface in the universe that is 100% reflector, as well as no body in the universe is 100% transmitter. So keep this thing in your mind, that we cannot say neither 100% reflection is possible nor 100% absorption is possible. We cannot say a body can absorb 100% nor 100% reflect. Means reflection and absorption is 100% not possible. So let's come to the topic, reflection of light. Now what is the reflection of light? Our topic is reflection of light. Very important topic. What is the reflection of light? A reflection means, does only light reflect? Actually not. Anything that is in the universe, any matter that reflects, like my sound is reflecting here, no? My sound is reflecting, it is transmitted to your ear, and your ear reflects my sound. Reflection means when a particular matter falls on something, it bounces back in the same medium. Okay, that is called the reflection. So for light, it is the bouncing back of light. It is the bouncing back of light. Means light is falling on a surface and it gets reflected. Means if there is surface, light is falls and it get reflected. That particular phenomena is called the reflection. Okay, that is called the reflection. But reflection is also categorized into two groups. One is regular reflection, second is irregular reflection. Irregular reflection, or we say diffused reflection. Now what is irregular reflection? What is diffuse reflection? When a light rays falls on a when the light rays falls on a polished surface, when the light rays falls on a polished surface, then almost all light rays are reflected. I said almost all, not all. Okay, certain amount of light rays is considered in terms of radiation, certain is penetrated. That is different thing, but almost all light rays are reflected in by the same angle. When whatever the angle of incidence, that is equal to the angle of reflection. That we will later know in the laws of reflection, but for instance you can understand, then the on which angle the light ray falls, in the same angle it is reflected, and almost all rays are reflected. Okay, that is called the regular reflection. If I simply say, if the light ray falls on an irregular surface like this rough surface, the light ray falls, but they are reflected in different angles. They are reflected in different angles. Such type of reflection is called diffuse reflection, and such type of reflection is called regular reflection. What is regular reflection? When the light rays fall on a particular surface, after reflection the light rays are reflected in the same angle, on a particular fixed angle. That is called the regular reflection. When the light rays are reflected in different angles, they are called the diffused or irregular reflection. Hope it is clear to you what is regular reflection, what is diffuse reflection. Now the most important, or better I can say, first topic of this chapter is going to be the laws of reflection. First topic is laws of reflection. For that, we'll write here laws of reflection. What are the laws of reflection? Let's see what are the laws of reflection. For that, I will make a drawing. This is a mirror. Here the light rays falls. The point where the light rays falls, it is called the point of incidence. It's called the point of incidence. Okay. After falling the light, it gets reflected. Okay. So we can draw a normal on the point of incidence. What is normal? Normal is a perpendicular on a plane. If there is infinite possible dots on points on a particular plane, we can draw infinite normals. So normal is nothing but the perpendicular on the point of incidence. This is called the normal. Normal is nothing but the perpendicular. The light ray that falls is called the incident ray. Is called the incident ray. The light ray that is reflected is called the reflected ray. That is called the reflected ray. Now the light ray, incident ray, makes an angle with the normal is called the angle I, and angle I stands for angle of incidence. This stands for the angle of incidence. Similarly, the reflected ray makes an angle with the normal is called angle R. It stands for the angle of reflection. Is called the angle of reflection. What is the angle of incidence? It is the angle found by incident ray with the normal is called the angle of incidence. The angle found by the reflected ray is called the angle of reflection. Okay. So laws of reflection, first law says the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Okay, that means angle I is equal to angle R. Okay, this is a very basic definition, a very basic law, that if there is a regular reflection, Then one more thing, that laws of reflection always holds true for the regular reflection. If there is a regular reflection, then only we can implement laws of reflection. First law says the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Second law says the incident ray reflected ray, and the normal lie on the same plane. Okay, means the incident ray, the normal and the reflected ray, they lie on the same plane. In the case of diffuse reflection, they doesn't lie on the same plane. We cannot say this is the same plane, because angle of incident ray, reflected ray and normal, they are on different planes. But laws of reflection, second law of laws of reflection says the angle of incident ray, reflected ray and normal, these three are always on the same plane. So this is the very basic thing that we have started. In today's session we have learned what is the particle nature of light, what is the wave nature of light, how light shows the dual nature, first Newton's theory, after that photoelectric effect that proved that the light is a particle. Heisenberg and Maxwell said light is a wave, electromagnetic wave. Further discuss that both light shows a dual property. In class 10 we will discuss the particle nature of light. On that principle we will learn certain phenomena that is found by the light, like the reflection of light, the refraction of light and dispersion of light. Interference and polarization we will discuss in coming classes. First thing was reflection. Reflection is what? Reflection is the bouncing back of light after falling on a particular surface. Reflection of light is categorized into two groups. First is the regular reflection, second is the irregular or diffuse reflection. Regular reflection means when the light rays falls and it reflected in the same angle is called the regular reflection, whereas when the light ray falls on a particular surface and reflected in different directions, that is called diffuse reflection. First, after that we know something about the laws of reflection. Laws of reflection holds true for only regular reflection. First law says when the light ray falls on a particular surface, the light ray falls on a point on a mirror or a polished surface is called the point of incidence. The light ray that falls on the surface is called the incident ray. The light ray that is reflected is called the reflected ray. The angle found by the incident ray with the normal is called the angle of incidence. The angle found by the reflected ray with the normal is called the reflected angle. Angle of reflection of reflected angle, and this is called the normal. First law says that angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Second law says that incident ray, reflected ray and normal lie on the same plane. This much for today's session. See you in the next session with a next concept. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring. Thank you so much for watching.